What's going on, guys? Semi-World World, Semi here, back with another top 10 for you all today. Clarify, there'll be a few videos, where basically me just unedited having this picture that I know I don't do, but honestly, guys just don't know I've been on the weather for most of December, which is why I haven't felt as much as I wanted to. And also the fact that my eyes are a bit weird, so I think for some videos until it gets fully better, I'm probably going to just be like fully unedited and like this, so I hope you guys don't mind. But for today's video, I'm here to talk about my top 10 favorite movies of the 2020 so far, since we have officially reached like the first half of the 2020s, which is insane if you really think about it. And of course, despite all the ups and downs in Hollywood and everything, we've still got really great movies out of it. So I figured why not top 10 movies that I've loved throughout this month. Again, it definitely was not easy list to put together, that's for sure, because there were so many incredible films. But as always, this is just my personal list, and I would generally love to know your favorites down below in the comments. If anyone I missed, I do truly apologize. But as always, of course, before we get to the actual list, let's get into honorable mentions, and they are The Iron Claw, Top Gun Maverick, Barbarian, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, The Holdovers, Dune Part 2, John Wick Chapter 4, The Suicide Squad, No Time to Die, and the unfortunate people come to list, The Fablemans. The Fablemans. But I hope you guys enjoyed the top 10. Let's get straight to it. Coming in at number 10 on this list is the film of 2022. One of the most beautifully breathtaking animated movies I've been. Well, now, I wasn't expecting to enjoy much they did, and that is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. And for me, this is my opinion, del Toro's best movie, and I've always loved his movies. I mean, to be honest, I have not seen some of his films in a while, but I've always loved at least all his movies except for Crimson Peak. And the guy is a mastercraft director for a good reason, and he delivers that with a movie I think he's been in the passion for like many years, if I remember correctly, and you feel every bit of passion with Pinocchio. Like, it's a movie that's more emotional and heartbreaking than you would expect it to. The music is amazing, the voice acting is phenomenal, the stop motion animation is breathtaking, and the story, oh my god. Like, there were so many moments that I felt so much emotion, and there was definitely ones in particular that nearly made me, bawling in tears. So if you guys want to check out Del Toro's, my opinion, his magnum opus, I would definitely recommend it. Now at number 9, we get to actually the first superhero movie on this list. Yeah, it's not the only superhero movie you'll see in the top 10 actually, just to let you guys know. But number 9, we have Deadpool and Wolverine. Not sure if I'm the only person that's going to have this movie this up high, but this is easily the most fun movie on this list. This is the movie I had the most entertainment by. And well, it's definitely another movie that does rely a lot on the nostalgia aspect, which I think Marvel's probably going to take a lot less from this in No Way Home. I think they've already have, honestly. We're using that as a kind of a crutch for like storytelling and everything. I mean, sometimes when it works, honestly. Like, again, I know nostalgia's been like an overused tool in Hollywood nowadays, and I mean, for good reason. But it's one of those when it works, it really works, and Deadpool Wolverine definitely make it work. Thanks to the incredible comedic chemistry with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, the incredible asset pieces, the incredible use of music here, like that opening scene where they play Bye Bye is always going to be stuck in my head. It's just pure sanity and hilarious from beginning to end. Probably my favorite Deadpool movie, if I'm being honest, and also it's been like a top 10 list of my favorite moments from the Deadpool movies at some point this year. But yeah, Deadpool Wolverine is hilarious from beginning to end. Now I'm going to get to another superhero movie, another animated movie, also not the only animated movie you'll see on this list. I know this is my top 10 based on a lot of like superhero movies and animated movies. But yeah, when they won't get work. But number 8, we got Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. Again, I still debate whether I like this more than Into the Spider-Verse. I'm still on that debate, honestly, like a year and a half later. But yeah, Across the Spiderverse is a majestic movie that honestly we watched a lot since then, and it definitely gets better. It delivers on what a sequel really should do, and it expands the world, expands on relationships, and what goes on throughout the movie. Seeing Miles' like dilemma here being Spider-Man really hits a lot home, and it delivers on what makes like Spider-Man such a relatable character, and it's basically like and it has like an overload fan service, but in the best possible way. While having the great action and humor that you'll expect from this type of movie, and leads to some very touching and emotional moments that really make you appreciate, Spider-Man and the lore of his character. Again, whether this film actually will end up being like better than Spider-Verse will depend on how Beyond the Spider-Verse actually ends the story, but it's still a very worthy sequel to the Spider-Verse. Now at number 7, we get to another animated movie, and that's Pixar's Inside Out 2. Which, again, Inside Out is my favorite Pixar movie, and while obviously delivered the heights of that movie, it's still honestly on this list, so I still managed to deliver everything I love about that original movie. But it'd be from an animation level, a story level. Again, in some ways it can feel like a rehash in some areas of the first movie, but it does enough different to feel like its own entity. Again, how they portray anxiety here, it's not a lone person in the top 10, honestly. And towards that Pixar still has the magic with delivering some pretty emotional moments and pretty touching moments. So yeah, that's been all I can say. It delivers everything I want from a Pixar movie, and it's here number 7. And then we get to the next superhero movie at number 6, and that is The Batman. The Batman, The Batman, The Batman, Batman, Batman. Yeah, Matt Reeves is Batman for 2022, which I know everyone was hyping up so much this film before it was going to come out. Because Matt Reeves is a very phenomenal, great director. I was going to show how to do this film taking Batman. I've touched Rob Pattinson of all people playing Batman, and they proved us wrong. And this is a film that I feel like gets so much better on every rewatch. It delivers everything I want from a Batman movie. It is a very long movie, but it's a very worthy long movie. Makes you feel like you are immersed in the world of Gotham, and probably more than any Batman movie ever, if I'm being honest. Rob Pattinson was an incredible portrayal of the character. All the villains portrayed here are done incredibly well. Again, it's shot beautifully, its cinematography is amazing, the directing is phenomenal, the action is great. Again, it's a perfect Batman movie. And I'm pretty glad we do actually get part 2 at some point. Like, I know it's between 7, but you never know these days, honestly, especially what's going on right now, so hopefully. But yeah, The Batman, well done, next to my favorite. This is easily close seconds. And now my top 5 are based on films that were probably my number 1 from all the years previously. So let's just get straight to it. And number 5 is the most recent number 1, and that is The Wild Robots. And this is one I can never see myself growing on me so much more every rewatch. Which seems to have a lot of like the big DreamWorks movies. And I've always loved this movie, but this is one I can see myself come back to so often and appreciating so much more on every rewatch. It's a beautiful looking movie, incredible characters, incredible animation, beautiful music. And you feel that may seem simple at first, but man, there was so much beautiful messaging that isn't like every hand did and delivers in such a breathtaking way. It's one of the most heartwarming movies you'll ever come across. Again, DreamWorks, please be more consistent like this. Please. Please! And now my number 4 and my number 3. Number 3, I'm just going to have my 4 because both of them are the MCU movies end up being number 1. My number 4 being SpiderMan No Way Home. Which, again, I know people have been making fun of this movie a lot recently. And because it's one of the cases where you feel like the hype has died down and like, oh, this movie is probably not as good as it once was in theater, but I think the movie honestly is still as good, honestly. Like, it's not to have that same, like, experience where you saw it in the theater, but it still managed to deliver all the excitement. Whether it be from the action, whether it be from the, Spider-Man, whether it be from the touching emotional moments that really just rip your heart out. Again, in that movie that reminds you why you love Spider-Man so much. And why makes Spider-Man such a relatable character. Again, Spider-Man 2 is still my favorite Spider-Man movie, but No Way Home is my favorite close seconds. And number 3, we got Guardians Volume 3. Which is, well, also, both these movies are actually now in my top 3 favorite MCU movies behind Endgame. Which I was not expecting, and despite the MCU being like so up and down in quality, even I will lie on that. They can still manage to pull like a great movie, amazing movie out there after now and then, and these movies are those movies again. Hell, Wakanda Forever was an honorable mention here, so. But yeah, Volume 3 is one of the most emotional and the most mature MCU movie that we have gotten. I feel like James Gunn really go all out here, and he managed to close the story out in such a beautiful, breathtaking way that if this is the last time we ever see these characters, which I'll say we are, but then again, nowadays you never really know. I can say I'll say this is a beautiful ending, and delivering everything you love about the previous Guardians movies in such an incredible way. And now we get my top two. My top two actually are both animated movies, believe it or not. But again, number two, we get to another Pixar movie. I know, and that is Soul, which is also the most mature Pixar movie that we got to. I feel the feeling I really needed when it came out, because it came out like on 2020, and I was feeling like so down on myself during that time. It's really one of those movies that really helped me a lot, honestly, because the messaging about feel like what maybe it's something about dreams and feel worthless in life and nothing going ever right for you in life, or maybe it's not as exciting as you thought it was, or maybe feeling dreams are not as like amazing as you thought it was, or not as fulfilled as you want to be when you actually fulfill your dreams, like, or maybe it tells a lot on life, and it tells it in the most beautiful way possible. Kind of like that Pixar humor and the fun back and forth that you expect from a Pixar movie, but the maturity and emotions here really elevates Soul. And honestly, again, this movie I watched like 6 or 7 times when it came out, and which is insane, honestly. And that alone is why it's a number 2 here. Well, it was easily my favorite movie that came out that year. But now we get to my number 1 favorite movie of the 2020 so far, and it is absolutely insane that Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is my favorite. Yes, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, a sequel to a movie that came out in 2011 that has been in development hell for a long year that just came out, is my favorite movie of that 2020 so far, which I don't think anybody expected the movie to be as good as it was. Like, I generally think everybody was expecting to be this movie as good as it was, but it wound up being amazing, and it definitely deserves it. It's definitely a top 3 DreamWorks movie, top 5, 8, one of my favorite anime movies, period. One of my favorite films, period. Like, I think it was in my top 20 of my films of all time, on my best films of all time list. Yes, it wasn't in that top 20. Amazing animation, incredible action, incredible humor, incredible villains, and having the most realistic portrayal of an anxiety moment I have ever seen, all makes for a perfect package that, again, this film I think originally was number 19 on my top 20 best films of the year. But the more I got back to it, the more I thought about it, the more I just like, yeah, it had to be number 1, honestly. And if I didn't end up being my number 1 favorite movie of the 2020 so far, I'm not sure if any movie's going to top it, if I'm being honest. That's when you know you got a good movie in your hands. So yeah, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is my favorite movie of 2020 so far. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed me discussing my favorite movies of 2020 so far. I would definitely love to know down below in the comment section what are your favorites, what ones that I should put on this list. Let me know what films looking forward to in 2025. Again, I did post my most anticipated film list on TikTok. You guys want to check that out. I am Sarah World from Sarah World Productions. I will see you guys next time. As always, stay cool, everybody. Peace.